Okay, everybody, thank you so much for joining me back at Naomi's Scrappy Retreat. Just wanted to do a really simple little DIY, little cute little craft. And I just realized that I forgot the most important part of this craft. So give me 1 second and let me get that. Okay, so I wanted to do a quick and simple styrofoam little craft, and I did not bring over the styrofoam. So it's a really simple, pretty quick craft. I'm gonna go ahead and do 2 of them in this episode just so you can see 2 different types. One's gonna have lettering on it, one isn't. The only thing I haven't done, which I don't know if it's going to affect, is the orange. So if I'm going to see too much orange through this, I will have to put you on pause and paint these at least a little bit of white so that way the orange isn't showing through. I thought I had a different type of a ribbon, and if I have to repaint this, then I'll also look for that ribbon just so we can get 2 different colors. This one's pretty dark orange, but it does have some saying on it, and this one's just a regular burnt orange look. So you're going to need, to do one, you're only going to need one Dollar Tree pumpkin, and you're going to need one Dollar Tree ribbon or whatever ribbon you choose. I don't think I'm going to use these, but I do have these just as another option as a backup. These are also Dollar Tree ribbons, and again, I don't think I'm going to use them, but you can also, there's also Dollar Tree leaves. Now, these are from the Dollar Tree pack, but I also have some random other leaves that were from some miscellaneous projects I had done. So that's it. And then you're just going to need a stem from the one of the stems. So you can either go out in your yard and cut it, or it's already done for me for $1. I don't have a backyard, so I don't have twigs at my ready, dispense. I can't think of the word right now. So this is all you're gonna need. So let me clean up the area a little bit, and we'll figure out. I'm gonna cut this open, get what we need, take off everything we don't need, and then we'll get started on this craft. Okay, so I took off, the little tags, and I typically save these stems, but I don't know why, because so far I haven't used them yet. So I have both of those available. I don't know, I lost the stem on that one, so I just pulled out the stick. I also found this ribbon as well. Again, I don't think I'm going to use them, but what I did just do is I did find this ribbon, and it's cute. It's just a little check, very fall colors, which I love. Again, it's a really simple, and I went ahead and put the burnt orange back and kept this. I don't know if you can see it. Yes. So it says Happy Thanksgiving. It also says maple leaves. It says autumn, but unless you are right up on it, you can't really tell what it looks like. And when it's on something else, you're not really going to be able to tell as much, I don't think, of what it says. Now the orange shows through on it, but you are going to be able to tell a little bit more what it says than if it's, just by itself. I don't know. I'm getting backwards on that. The orange does show through, but I'm fine with that. I think it's better than actually painting it white. And the same thing with this. I don't think the orange really shows, but it's okay. So what I typically do is you'll need 5 of the pieces. So what you want to do is you just want to go around it, pull it over, and then you're going to cut. So then you're just going to cut straight across. And you want 5 of those. So for each ribbon you want to do that. So I am going to speed up the process so you don't have to watch me just cutting ribbon. Okay, so what I did do was, the two pumpkins are not the same size. This one is a hair bigger than this one. So if you are, I'm hoping you are doing this with me. If you do two of them at one time, just make sure, and it's probably not going to make a difference because I overlap it in the middle, but just make sure that your ribbon is big enough for both pumpkins. So that's why I went ahead and measured it, and then measured it against that one, because there was a difference in the length of it by about, I think it was almost an inch, not quite an inch. And again, I do have it overlapped quite a bit, so it might not have made a difference. But so for right now, I'm going to put that one off to the side, and then just try to get some of this mess out of my way, which I should have already done, but I did not do. And I went ahead and grabbed two stems out of my bag, put the rest of them away. And what I like to do is I like to put them in a Ziploc baggie, just because then I can throw them, you know, I can make that as tight as possible and then throw them into another container. So I have, you know, a lot of my scrapbooking stuff in plastic containers, because while I have sort of a scrapbooking area, it's mostly for painting, because I paint pictures, which I haven't done in too long. So just make sure, I don't know if there's a right side or a wrong side to this. This kind of looks like the wrong side. What's nice about this is that it doesn't, well, it does have some wire in it, flexibility, but it's not as, I don't think it's going to be as bad to work with as some of the others I've worked with. So if you can see, you want to try to get your ends to go on a hump or beside a hump. And then what you want to do is you want to ensure that that outside edge, see how I pulled it and tucked it, because that outside edge then will kind of conform to the pumpkin. Otherwise, you're gonna get gaps in it. And because it is round and we're working with something square, you might get that anyhow. But this will just help alleviate some of that. So because we've done that, now I can push this back, watching my fingers, and I'm going to need some more hot glue. I'm going to take my little hot glue stick that I've been using today to craft with, and it's just a popsicle stick from Dollar Tree, and press down with that. Let me grab another hot glue stick, put that in the glue gun, and then we're going to do the same thing to the other side. Now, because it is not, because of the way the pumpkin is shaped, it's not quite, you know, your bumps, because it's like a regular pumpkin and your bumps and stuff are all going to be different. You're just going to have to play with it to get it as good as possible, and then just go with it. So I'm going to shove some more underneath there, then I'm going to shove some more on top of here. Oh, I'm probably out of the scene right now. I apologize, or I'm probably just barely in. And then I'm gonna take that, and I just stuck my fingers in it. So there's a dip in this, in the pumpkin, and so typically when I make these, I'm actually taking out the center and folding it in instead of doing what I'm doing now. And so I'm not running into the problem I just now had with the dip, because I forgot about the dip, and so my finger just went down in and got the hot glue instead of not getting the hot glue. I'm gonna add a little bit more on here. I did cut part of that off because it was a hair too long, so again, I may have been okay not measuring it, but just to be on the safe side, my grandfather always said, measure twice, cut once. So I would rather cut afterwards than have to recut a whole new piece because it's not long enough. So I'm just going to do that again. And the same exact concept. So you want to try to form this as best as you can to your pumpkin. Bring it back, and then add your hot glue. There you go. So there's your first one. What you might want to do, and what I probably should have had you do in the very beginning, is hot glue your very first one on, and then hot glue your very second one down. That way it doesn't slip around. Mine moved around a lot, so I know when I do the ribbon that goes inside, sometimes I will you know, hot glue that first one down, just so that way it doesn't move around as much. So that's basically it. So this isn't quite dry on the bottom yet, so I want to dry that. So in the meantime, I will get the leaves out. I want to go ahead, because we have the darker one, use a lot of the lighter looking leaves for that. But I think I still want to use some lighter ones on this. But this has a lot of beautiful colors in it. So we really do have a lot of good options. You know, I have some of these burlap leaves, which might go really nice on it. I have these. And again, this is just something for you to play with. So really what you just want to do is figure out how, then hot glue some down, and then we'll just finish it up real quick with this stem, and then we'll look at it and see if we want to add the ribbon or not. So I think what I will do, I'm not going to use the burlap on that. I might use it on the other one because it is burlap, but I wish I had another color leaf like that, because I really like that, but I don't. So what I may do is do that and then stick that over top of it. And you don't have to add that many leaves. It just, you know, it's your preference and what you want to do. And then do something again like that. But that might be too dark. So I may just, you know, since I only have those couple leaves, I may just stick with, you know, plain and simple, and just do, you know, like a little oak or the little maple or whatever this little leaf is. And then that's it. So let me just make sure the bottom is good. I don't want to stick that down and then not be able to get it off my table. So we're going to do something like this, and just you know, just do that. So let's let me go ahead and hot glue. And I don't want to press them down until I get them all situated on here, but that is your preference. You can totally go ahead and press them down if you want. I just figured it would be easier after I get it on there, just to make sure that I have them kind of where I want them. I think I'm pretty happy with that, so I'm going to go ahead and press that down. And then I'm going to go ahead and get my stick. And at first I was going to try to distress this a little bit, but I love the different shadings on it. So I am just going to put a lot of hot glue on that and stick that right down right in the center of that. And that's it. I mean, isn't that super cute? That was very easy. I don't think I want, I mean, you have this, but honestly, I don't think that would even look right with it. So I don't think I'm going to do it with either one of them. So I am just going to toss them, literally, whoops, into my pile. And then you have one that's done. I mean, and it was really that easy, besides the burning of the fingers, of course. And then we'll just work on the other one. So again, I have all of these leaves out. So let me just gather them up, put them back in the bag. That way they're not flying all over when we're putting the ribbon all over the place on the pumpkin. So let me go and clean this up, and I will go ahead and work on this pumpkin. And then when I get the pumpkin completely done, because we've already made one, so you've already seen the process, but I did want to go ahead and show you both of them, just the different look of them. So whoops. So let me speed this up, and then once well, you know what, let me show you what I was talking about. So again, on the bottom, just you want to make sure it's even, and when it's even, then you're just going to flip it over on the bottom again and put some glue. This way you know it's not going to move while you're working on it, because it does tend to want to do that. And I just lost my place, so I will just guesstimate. And we're going to let that dry, and again I will speed it up and then see you back when this is all done. I think that gives it enough contrast actually that I think it looks super cute. I'm happy with the way that looks, so I'm just going to go ahead and press it down. As you can see, there was a ton of extra fabric on this because the burlap is so thick. And then I have this another cute little stem with it had, you know, obviously it had another stem outside of it, so I just like that extra look to it, and I am just going to put that on top of this and push down, and we have a second one. And really it didn't take long. They're not, you know, it's not that difficult to do. It just you know, besides the hot glue and just getting your edges right. So I will attach pictures of both of these and finish them off in the you know, at the end of the video, and that'll be it. So again, 2 cute little pumpkins that were easy to do from the Dollar Tree. It cost just over $2 to make, and just super cute. It does take a little bit of time. It's not like it doesn't, because it is hot gluing, but it's fairly simple. So again, thank you so much for joining me. Again, if you have done this or something like this, I would love to hear what you've done or see what you've done. In the meantime, thank you for joining Naomi's Scrappy Retreat. If you've liked this, I would appreciate a thumbs up, and if you've not subscribed yet, please subscribe, be a part of this community, and hit the notification bell. That way, whenever I do a new post or another DIY or another, you know, some other sort of video, that way you can be a part of it as well. So again, thank you so much. Have a wonderful day, and just be a blessing to someone else. Thank you.